Ball knowers.
Hey, ball knowers, we're here.
Welcome back to another edition of the Ball Knowers podcast. Ball number 2. Out with the flu this week. Wasn't feeling a flu game.
No, didn't even attempt to put on a flu game.
Kind of a big bitch.
Think about how many times I just been grinding on the road, coming to the stream, pop in and out at least 10 minutes. Ball number 2 doesn't even give us like a hello.
Yeah, pretty outrageous. I mean, you're sitting at home. You're telling me you can't just flick on the camera for about 5 minutes, say what's up?
Yeah. So give a text.
Yeah, absolutely
It is
insane.
what it is.
I know he's just sitting on the couch today, not doing absolutely diddly squat.
For sure.
But you know what? I have to say, all-time corporate move by him to get the flu the Sunday before before Christmas, right? He guaranteed himself maybe Monday off. Maybe he slides himself a little Monday, Tuesday off. Wednesday's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a ball move.
It is a ball knower move, but I also feel like it's one of those spots where it might just be like, hey, all right, then you got to work from home.
Yeah, but depending on how sick you are.
True, but I feel like with the corporate world, they don't really care anymore. Because you can work from home, they just go, hey, you at least got to pop some emails off.
Yeah, sorry, boss. Just not going to. Well, no, because I feel like the corporate structure is still with sick days. How can you take a sick day if you're still working?
That's what I'm saying. So if you're him, you pop 3 or 4 emails off, and you're still kind of working, but you don't got to go to the office.
That's fair. But then what's the point of – what do you retain your sick days for at that point?
You roll them over and you use them all year.
It would not in the corporate world.
True.
I'm just a sparrow in the wind.
True.
Just a sparrow in the wind. So breaking news. Supposedly, we have a trade of the Wilson Contreras of the St. Louis Cardinals to the Boston Red Sox. Terms unknown at this point in juncture. Initial thoughts of a 34-year-old half first baseman, half DH, who averages about 20 home runs a year.
I think for the Red Sox, it's like it screams they know they're not getting Bregman back.
It's desperate. It's a desperate move.
It's like, hey, we got to get a righty in the lineup. We need production. We got all these young guys. We have money to spend. I mean, his contract, he's still owed like $40+ million.
It's a ridiculous amount of money for what he's been producing.
Right, yeah. And they pretty much said, hey, we'll take it on because at this point, writing's on the wall. Bregman's not coming back.
Who do you think they gave up for him?
I mean, their farm system's pretty good, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave up one of their young guys. Who's that one guy was absolute cheeks? I think he was the right fielder. Just couldn't play defense to save his life. Oh, no, here it is. Hunter Dobbins is the headliner in the package. Look up who he is.
Couldn't even tell you who he is.
He's a right-hander pitcher, Hunter Dobbins.
That's an insane move. I mean, the Cardinals do need pitching. Hunter Dobbins.
He's the headliners.
Brutal. A guy turning 27 with a 4.13 ERA.
Yeah, and then they got other minor league pitchers going there. So it must just be 100% a salary dump.
Yeah, they need to. I mean, that new GM over at St. Louis is trying to turn a new leaf, but this guy's cheeks.
Hunter Dobbins, the big play for the Cardinals.
That's insane, dude. I mean, Wilson's not a bad player.
He's not.
He's not a bad player. He's an above average hitter, and he's actually turned it around somewhat defensively at first. Now, is he going to play first? Is it not Bobby Dahlbeck? Who's the guy who tore his knee for the Red Sox last year?
That's what I was thinking of. I thought it was that guy they had his outfield first. I thought he was the right fielder.
And then he tore his knee at first, and that's when they asked Devers to play first, and he said absolutely not.
Yeah.
But he tore it in May. So
yeah, it was early.
It wasn't super early though. Tristan Casas.
Yes.
Yeah, who knows when he's gonna be back though.
I mean, I would assume that they're essentially gonna throw him full-time DH.
I mean, he was also batting 182 when he got hurt. So it's not like he was dominating either.
No, I mean Wilson's a good player. Who knows? He could be the type of guy that, like, with the Cardinals essentially floundering the last few years, where they're just kind of sitting in no man's land.
Yeah, they need to get rid of people. That means Arenado has to be next, right? There's no
Yeah.
way
No,
Arenado.
why do you hold on to him now? At this point, you have nobody else on that team that
You trade him
matters.
for a bag of balls at this point.
Yeah, as long as somebody eats the salary.
Yeah, wherever he wants to go, he can go. If he wants to be a Dodger, like by all means, like go be a lot. I mean, there's no way the Dodgers take him on, but
No.
yeah, if he wants to go anywhere, you just see you later, buddy. I mean, he even had like a turnaround season last year. Like 2 years ago, he was pretty brutal, but last year he wasn't bad.
I could see the Yankees taking him.
Yeah, where was I reading? Not that he would accept a trade there. Dude, what about the Pirates?
Yeah.
They need to fill the cap at third base.
Yeah.
like two birds, one stone. Get that salary cap up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like their lineup's starting to fill out a little bit.
Because Key Bryant's still in
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
And you picked up Brandon Lau? Like, we're talking business. The Pirates, the Buccos might win the Central this year.
Yeah, because the Reds really haven't gotten better.
The Cardinals have gotten worse.
The Cubs have gotten worse.
The Brewers have gotten worse.
Yeah.
Buccos got a chance.
Yeah, and that would be the thing they need to do in order to keep Skeens after next year.
Yeah, like show that you're willing to like go out and do stuff. Which it looks like the trade. I mean, Lau's a really good fucking player.
Yeah.
He just gets 31 home runs as a second baseman. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So essentially, if the Cardinals are essentially going to be a washout this year.
So it's like Arenado, and I would assume either Nootbaar or Brendan Donovan also probably goes.
You would love a good Lars Nootbaar trade.
I hate Lars Nootbaar. Lars Nootbaar to the NPB, please. But I would assume Arenado has to go, and then either one of those two players is also probably gone.
Right. Can you look up their do they have any young guys that are like prospects like sitting on the edge? I don't feel like their farm system's that good.
The Cardinals? Yeah, they have three really good hitters who I don't think are going to be ready this year. But the year after, I think is going to be probably the year they come up. I think it's JJ Weatherholt, absolute elite fucking name.
That is an awesome name.
And I think that's their number one prospect currently for hitters. And I would suspect him to probably be like a September call up this year, depending on how like the AAA season goes for him. But I think you got to get rid of Donovan and an outfielder, so that way he's still only 22 or 23. But you got to let Jordan Walker just let him play. And if he's terrible, like, who cares? Like you're not
gonna get a prospect out of him. You got to have him on the team, and he's serviceable enough that it's like you got to at least see if he can figure it out once.
Yeah, he's not going to bat 20. He'll bat at least 220. He turned into like a halfway decent right fielder, and he came up as a third baseman. Maybe get rid of Arenado, let him play his natural position.
I think his thing is all 100% confidence. They've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Like he's just a shell of a man every day he goes to play baseball.
He's Aaron Judge. Like he literally is Aaron Judge. This dude should be hitting 70 home runs a season.
Right.
And the way they fucked with him, because they pulled him up, they let him play for 2 weeks. He didn't necessarily perform that great. They sent him AAA. Like they've been doing this dance with him. Like just give him a job. Don't let him have to fight for it. Let him have a job. Let him play all year. See what happens.
Yeah.
Because then him and Alec Burleson, and then
the shortstop. The shortstop's gross.
Yeah, he is. Mason Wynn. He's a dog.
Yeah, Mason Wynn's awesome.
You let Eric Burleson get it, and then Ivan Herrera's not like they have talent on that team. They just got to get rid of the old fucking dudes who are weighing them down.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the Wilson Contreras thing. It might just be that like, okay, cool. I'm ready to I'm a veteran on a dog balls team. Why do I fucking care?
Why am I doing? I'm an average team. Like maybe we might win 80 games. Max.
Right. So now he goes to Red Sox, and now he's getting to play Judge. He's in the Blue Jays are a battle. I mean, the Orioles just made moves. He is, but at least he changed of environment to possibly be in a more competitive division. Because maybe he is just like, cool, I've been in the NL his whole life.
I've also been saying this for years. Busch Stadium steals so many fucking home runs.
True.
It is insane how big. Like you wouldn't think that stadium's big, but then you see someone hit an absolute rocket, and you're like, "Holy shit!" That is without a doubt, like a no doubter. And the guy will pimp it. and it'll maybe go 5 feet over the fence.
Yeah.
It's insane how large that ballpark
I
is.
think
The
it's
ball does not fly there.
yeah, I think it's one of those things too where it's like I think they've just like always like they're a tradition based thing where like they just always had a huge field and they had people hitting tanks forever, Pujols and McGuire, and they're just used to the ball just zipping. Then now they just have regular guys who just barely can get the ball over the fence.
Yeah, no one's juiced anymore.
Yeah.
They're struggling.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
an
think
I don't know.
I don't think
It's an interesting trade.
yeah, I don't think his powers dip. I think he just plays in a shitty ballpark for 81 games out of the season.
That's
And
where you could make the same argument with Arenado. It's like, is he really that bad either? Because I mean, his exit velocity was brutal in 2024.
he's a very similar player to, and very fitting. He's playing for Puerto Rico. Idiot.
This is grandpa.
He goes through the same type of slumps as Lindor.
Yeah.
Where like for like 3 weeks straight, you think this guy hasn't picked up a baseball bat in his entire life.
Yeah. Right.
And then 2 weeks later, he looks like fucking Babe Ruth. It's insane. So, and defensively, he came back. I believe he was above average third baseman last year.
Yeah. I mean, I think you put him on any like decent team.
Let him be his hitter, and yeah, he'll bat.
Yeah, he's the 5 or 6 hitter.
Yeah,
he's probably the 5.
I mean, it's crazy. Like 3-4 years ago, like we were talking about him and Goldschmidt. I mean, obviously people age, but like perennial MVPs, and they still did nothing as a team because that coach sucks so much asshole.
Right.
Coach is absolutely brutal.
And they had great pitchers during that time too.
The only one that really stings that didn't turn out was Mr. Tsunami himself. You don't even know who that is. You're just laughing. You don't even know who that is.
No, I love the nickname Mr. Tsunami.
Oh, dude, Tsunami. What was his name? Carlos Martinez.
Yeah.
That guy was gross, but just couldn't throw strikes. So, yeah, I mean, I like the move. You just can't stop there, which I don't think they're going to. I think they're probably the Arenado is probably gonna have to wait until Bregman signs,
right?
Because I mean, you had to wait to see where the chips fall for Schwarber and Alonso before you could trade Contreras. So I think it's gonna be the same thing with him. Is that you're just gonna wait for wherever Bregman goes, and then his market opens up for teams that he'll sign to go to.
That's the same deal with like all the other outfielders that are looking to get traded right now. Like Louis Roberts, they gotta wait for.
Do they trade him anymore?
Louis Roberts?
No, they got Yokohama over there, just absolutely dingers for the Sox.
No, they got Hope for the Sox.
Do they trade him anymore? Not a bad lineup they got down there in the South Side.
It's not Yokohama. They got Murakami.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
No, I know what you meant, but it threw me off though. I was like, did they sign him too? No, yeah. I mean, White Sox. I don't know if you do, but if the value's there, because let's say you're a team.
Well, why sign that dude if you're gonna like? What's the point of signing that guy for like a 3-year deal?
It's a 2-year deal.
Yeah, like what's the point of that? Like if you're like, what's the point? And then trading like your other young talent, that doesn't really make much sense.
Because Louis Roberts been brutal for him.
All right, he was brutal 2 years ago, and then he had a terrible first half last year, but he turned it around.
He did have a good second half, but I think it's the thing where it's like,
and he's still probably the best defensive center fielder in all of baseball.
Right, but he's also on a 1-year contract. So if you're sitting there saying we hold Louis Roberts, why not turn him into somebody else who could, in turn, be next to?
I still don't understand this logic of trading during the offseason. Like, why don't you let him do his thing? Like, you're not going to get that much for him anyways. But if you gamble and he goes out and dominates and is an all-star and you could trade him for so much more and your team sucks, like, why don't you just wait?
Or it's the opposite. What if like
he's not gonna make his value any lower than it already is now unless he gets hurt.
Right, which I guess is the risk.
And if he gets hurt, then he's just gonna come back as a White Sox the following year. I'm just gonna keep doing this.
No. He's a free agent at the end of this year.
Yeah, he's bringing back in a 1-year deal. They're not gonna get that much for him anyways.
What I was saying though is if you're a team that's like, okay, we're on Tucker and we're in on Bellinger and we don't get either of those, then you just sign him.
No, he's a totally different player, and he's so much more of a wild card.
No, I know, but if you're looking for like a bat in your lineup to play outfield and you don't have one, you'd much rather than go for him where the upside is worth it. Right? Like you're like, all right, cool.
I don't think you
Because
do that. I think
you don't
smart
trade a
play is
lot
like,
to get him.
no, I think like if you're the Mets, right, and you lose out on both those players, like you're just gonna wait until the trade deadline to pick up a bat because you have a good enough team to make it till then.
Right.
And versus just wasting trading people for a guy who's such a huge gamble, like it doesn't make any sense. Because you're ultimately, if he doesn't pan out, you're gonna have to trade for somebody anyways. Now you have less prospects to get rid of.
But you'd rather. I guess the point is that like the trade deadline. Usually, if somebody's being traded, it's because they're a legit bat and has put up numbers, so the prospects are higher. But Louis Roberts in the offseason right now, you don't have to throw up a quality prospect, and it
Not
can potentially.
necessarily. I mean, the Padres got O'Hearn and Laureano for like a bag of balls.
I think that's the thing though. If you're sitting, especially for.
Also, who cares about prospects at that point? Like, I'll give it my if you are in a position to win and you're out there to grab a number 1 through 3 bat and at the trade
Fair.
deadline to go win a World, like that's the whole point.
Fair.
The whole point is to win a World Series.
But my point was just saying that if you spend less in the offseason and you get a full season of essentially the same trade deadline value that you were looking at in July.
But he's a gamble though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's like the argument. Like I understand what you're saying. Like if you trade for him and it all works out, and he turns around offensively, you're like, wow, what a genius. But if you trade for him and he's a dud offensively, then you're like, well, shit. Now we still have to go out and get a bat because he can't play every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happens no matter what. If you look at the trade deadline anyway, because like all the pickups that even just single out the Mets alone last year were just like they were all fucking horrible, and now they're all gone.
Not every team had that problem though.
No, I know, but at least like the Mets traded a good chunk of their farm system to go get four or five guys.
I thought they had the best. I thought they had the best.
They are number 1 in baseball.
I guess they didn't trade a chunk,
but enough to the point where it's like they trade like 6, 7 guys. Don't do it. You don't even know. You don't even know how brutal it is.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's absolutely it's like it ruins my life.
I couldn't even tell you what it is. All I heard.
You want to know what it is?
All I know is that people were doing it at women's college basketball games. And that video, I think it was UConn that scored like 67 points, and the entire arena just goes absolutely buck wild. That's all I know of it.
I'll give you the 20-second version. It was a song, I think, about Lonzo Ball, and it like popped off on TikTok, and then the guy who did the TikTok did the hands thing, talking about the lyrics because it says in the song like, "Yo, I'm fucking 6'7", and that's it. And it was just the TikTok blew up, and it's just the worst thing of all time.
We have downgraded as a society, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you doing it right there.
I didn't do anything.
I saw your hands.
They were on my side.
It's brutal.
Okay, so switching topics here. The American team looks like they have the most studded out roster or rotation of all time.
Which is, I think it's like one.
Go ahead.
No, I think it's one of those things. It's like, I do understand it. Like it probably feels like the Olympics for them, where they're like, "Hey, I gotta fucking do this," but like, there's not a part of them that's like, "Hey, it's fake baseball. It doesn't matter yet, and it's all preseason."
So here's what I was gonna say is, out of all the position groups for the World Baseball Classic, the starting pitcher probably matters the least. Right. Because you could find some dude, you could find a guy out there who's going to just throw his arm out for the WBC.
Right.
And, okay, if you're a team, obviously you're going to have that conversation, be like, hey, he can only pitch, like 60, 70 pitches a game. Like, we're not going to let you tear his arm for this. And if your Skeens or Schoolball, where you're on the precipice of life-changing money, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I mean, I love it. I'm not like, fuck money, whatever, I guess. Like, I'm not in that position.
Just win the championship for your country.
Because like you're both on teams who'll probably never have a chance, and like in Tariq's case, he's probably going to get traded to somebody who will never have a chance.
Right.
So I guess like if it's your one opportunity to win something, like you might as well go for it while you have the chance. But like for those two people, I don't understand it at all. Like you're literally like they're both at the point of their careers where they're about to make easily $200 million, if not almost $300 million.
That's the thing that I don't get about it is. I mean, maybe it's just this that like they've been so good the last 2 years that it doesn't matter if they get hurt. Like some teams still would throw a shit ton of money at them no matter what.
I think Skeens is young enough where it doesn't matter. Scooble, on the other hand, is a little bit older.
True.
And I think it's a little bit more of a rich because I think he's almost 30, right? Yeah, he's 29. He turns 30. Yeah, he just turned 29. So it's like if he gets hurt somehow, right, and is out for this entire season, you're gonna sign a 30-year-old for how long?
A 6-year deal.
If that, who's gonna pay for that? Like you're gonna want to see him come back, depending on what the injury is. I mean, again, you're all forecasting here that a possible injury can occur.
Yeah.
But if you're also the Tigers and you want to trade him, which they've been kind of like open about, like kind of wanting to trade him, but like it keeps going back and forth, whether or not he's gone or not, which sick. But if you're them, why are you going to let him pitch in this? I guess you don't have a choice, but
you don't have a choice. I think all of them in their contract, if they ever get invited, they get to go.
Yeah, which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
But you got to be sweating bullets every time he picks up the ball.
Yeah. I mean, the USA, I mean, their pitching rotation is gross. But I think it's one of those things that when you get to WC baseball, if you're not fully locked in, and pitchers most of the time aren't in late February, early March.
Considering like Scooble just pitched until
October,
like late October.
I don't see how that makes a massive advantage outside of like maybe if you got to like the championship game and you're talking like splitting 2 innings each.
Yeah, I mean, so who's the third guy?
It's you can see his face.
David Bednar, Clay Holmes, okay, Mason Miller, Joe Ryan.
Ryan, that's who it was.
Logan Webb and
Nolan
McLean.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't love it because I was thinking this in my head the other day. It's like USA gets to choose whoever the fuck they want to be on their team, right?
And why'd they pick 2 Mets?
Not even why they picked 2 Mets. Why'd they choose somebody who hasn't even played a full Major League Baseball season yet?
He's got to be that gross.
Yeah, but like that doesn't make any sense to be like, hey, we can literally choose anybody. We'll choose the guy who hasn't even been fully established in the major leagues to potentially fuck his arm for the full season.
It's like Lake the dream team.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense because like his body's not even fully adjusted to a major league season yet.
You want to know what crazy stats? You know that Nolan McLean is older than Paul Skeens?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul Skeens is gross.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens what, 24?
23?
Paul Skeens 23. Yeah, Paul Skeens is gross.
I mean, unless the only way, okay, I will say this. Unless they decide to just do like strictly like spring training bullpen sessions where it's like, hey, like this game we're literally going to toss out Screwball, Skeens, and Webb, and each guy gets...
Yeah.
That's the way they're going to have to do it.
But they play too much baseball.
I don't think so. Group play is only what? Is only 4 games?
Yeah, but it's once every 3 days.
Yeah, so if you pitch 3 innings, you skip the next game, and then you pitch 3 innings after that. Like, that seems somewhat manageable.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure. Yeah.
Hindsight, like Shohei Ohtani did pitch in the last one and then got hurt that year.
Sure, you're right. But he won.
He did win it. Do you think he's happier that he won that or he won 2 World Series rings?
I bet you he probably cares more about the WBC.
Which is, I agree. It's an awesome
with his boys.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, the WBC is awesome, but it's that part of you where it's like they can never.
You know what I think they should do? I think they should pause the season in July.
Yep, put it for the All-Star break.
Yeah, and just like that year every 4 years, like it's a 140-game season or something.
I've said that for a long time. It's like it should just be like put like hockey. You put a 2.5, 3 week break in, and then just
You just do it every year. You
Yeah.
could just do it every year and then just shorten the season.
Shorten the season, or just like at this point, you could easily play until November at all these ballparks.
Yeah, and these domes and stuff.
Yeah, they got
You want
heated
to go through the rest?
fields.
You want to go through the rest of the roster right now?
Yeah, go through the rest. Yeah, go through the rest of the roster. I got 5% left on my phone.
All right, we got Cal Raleigh and Will Smith at catcher. We have Gunnar Henderson, Bryce Terang, Bobby Witt Jr. in the infield.
Who is Bryce Terang?
Yeah, Bryce Terang. So they're missing a first baseman.
Okay.
And then Corbin Carroll, PCA, Aaron Judge in the outfield, and then DH is Kyle Schwarber.
I mean, yeah, they're fucking loaded.
They're not better than the Dominican team.
What's the Dominican team?
Give me 1 second. I don't think anyone's like said to fucking be. Their pitching staff's not great. I will say that. This is where they don't care. The pitching staff: Brian Abreu, Sandy Alcantara, Genesis Cabrera, Diego Castilla, Lorenzi Contreras, Johnny Cueto, Camilo Doval.
Love Johnny Cueto putting the rock up again.
Yimi Garcia, Christian Javier, Rafael Montero, Hector Neris, Luis Ortiz, Cesar Valdez. So they struggle.
Rafael Montero's still alive?
Yep. I think he pitches for Houston. Okay, the catcher, I think, is probably easily their weakest position. They have Francisco Mejia and Gary Sanchez, legend.
Yep.
All right, this is where they really shine. Their infielders, which I don't know. This has got to be the older team. That's why. This is the. What the fuck, dude? This is the 23 team.
I was gonna say this doesn't make sense to me, but watch it not be announced.
Their early 2026 potential lineup. What, dude? I just saw this. Mark Vientos is playing for Nicaragua. Legend.
Love that.
Dude, what? I just saw this. This is insane. I literally just saw this. All right, Reddit has it. Okay, at third base, you have either Jose Ramirez or Manny Machado.
Yep.
Shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. At second base, Ketel Marte. At first base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Catcher is Yainer Diaz. Their outfield, Juan Soto.
Yep.
Julio Rodriguez.
Yep.
Tatis Jr.
Yeah, that outfield fucking rocks.
That infield fucking rules.
Who's their first? Oh, Vlad is their first.
Vlad, Marte, Perdomo, Ramirez. All All-Stars. Every single person on this roster. And then their DH, they have Junior Caminero.
Yeah, that's sick.
I think the only person who wasn't an All-Star this year was Juan Soto. As laughable as that is.
Yeah. So essentially, if it plays itself the way it is on the page, like it should just be USA Dominican for the title.
I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know Japanese like players that well, so I don't even want to go into their roster. But so their rotation is looking like Sandy Alcantara, Freddie Peralta, Christopher Sanchez, Framber Valdez, and Luis Castillo.
Yeah,
that's
so,
awesome.
They got great pitchers too. Yeah,
they're loaded.
I can't wait to watch it. It'll be great to watch real baseball games early because it always makes spring training fly by.
Now, someone said that Ella De La Cruz might also be on the team, as well as Rafael Devers and Willie Adames.
Are they just gonna be bench guys?
Yeah, that's their bench.
Nuts. That's nuts.
Like that's way better than the American team.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the American team, they stand no chance.
But we've said this for years. It's It's like, how many Dominicans can you have on a team?
Yeah, I mean, Juan Soto's contract, he has to have at least
37%
Latin play, 40 whatever Latin players.
That's an awesome thing to have in your contract. But when you get too many on the same team, things start getting a little hairy.
Let's see who's already said yes to the Japan team.
Well, it'd be if the two Dodgers starters go in.
So yeah, they'll have Shohei, Roki, Yamamoto.
Yeah.
How can Yamamoto's arm not to be rubber after the World Series? My favorite player, Lars Nootbaar, Murakami, and Kazuma Okamoto. Seem like they'll be playing.
It'd be crazy if I was the White Sox to let him play in that, but
After you just signed him?
yeah, just sign him and then he goes that and tears his ACL or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think talent wise, like how do you bet against the DR? Like that team is insane.
I feel like that's how Puerto Rico used to be though. Carlos Beltran, all this. I feel like that team used to be loaded.
Let's see, what's their potential? What are we doing on battery percentage?
2.
Let me know when we get to 1.
Because it's got to be what? So it's Lindor. It's
All right, this is a early look at the 2026 team. It was 6 months ago, so I guess grain of salt. Lindor, Heliot Ramos in left field, right field Riley Green, DH George Springer, third base Correa.
That's what I was thinking.
I think Arenado's what he wants to play.
I'm at 1.
Second base Willie Castro, first base Kike Hernandez, center field Javier Baez, and catcher Victor Caratini.
I can't wait for it. It's gonna be great.
That's gonna be great. It's the best. Ball number 2 does no shit.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. Like again, I don't want McLean in it, but I think only for the reason that like the USA could have picked literally anybody else. There's so many other good American pitchers. I think that's the only thing that annoyed me.
But maybe people said no.
No, I heard he was like one of their first few calls.
He throws gas.
Throws gas, his slider's nasty.
All right, that'll do it.
Hey,
edition of the Ball Knowers podcast.
Ball Knowers. See you next week.